Good morning, Anne.
Good morning, James.
And good morning, everybody. Hopefully, again, you are having a great weekend or a great week whenever it is that you are listening. Sunday morning, Anne. Here we are again.
Again.
And hopefully, you are returning. Or if you are new, welcome and thank you for listening. Are you happy to begin, Anne?
I am, yes.
Brilliant. Where would you like to start this morning?
I'd like to start with a funny subject for most people, or I think most people will think it's a funny subject.
Okay.
This week I've been watching Don't Tell the Bride.
Don't Tell the Bride. Right, okay.
And it's a programme on television.
Yes.
Where the bride lets the groom choose the wedding format. So he's given 3 weeks with so many thousands of pounds
Yes.
to plan a whole wedding.
Yes.
That's the wedding dress and everything.
Yes, I have seen it.
You have seen it, yes.
And guilty pleasure, I do like it.
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Well, it's usually funny, isn't it?
It is, yes, I do like it.
But it has made me think.
Right.
Because watching it,
Okay.
it makes me think about relationships in a way. Is that these people love each other,
Right.
and the bride gives the responsibility to the groom to plan things, which in any wedding, as you can imagine, is no bride wants to do. She definitely doesn't want her husband to
And the
plan
programme
wedding.
definitely backs that up,
Yes.
doesn't it? Yeah.
So watching it, I've watched it on and off over a few years, and I only just started watching it again.
Yes.
But it makes me understand that our minds, male and female, work completely different.
Right.
So the one that I've watched today is somebody wanted an open air wedding in Scotland. Didn't think about the weather, didn't think about the bride's dress being white and he's in a muddy field, but did give her wellies to put on under the dress.
So what's she got to complain about?
Exactly. That's what he thought. So yes. And then, it also shows you what the bride would like, her dream wedding, which obviously for all brides is the church wedding, the nice venue, a beautiful big house with all the tables decorated.
Right.
That's what they would like. They don't get that. Very occasionally they do. You get a groom who is completely in tune with his bride.
Yes.
And he knows what she wants and he goes all out. But most grooms want a football stadium. They have the weirdest ideas.
Yeah.
You've got having a wedding in the middle of a football stadium.
A pirate ship.
Absolutely.
Or a caveman adventure,
Yes.
or something ridiculous. Treasure Island weddings. Or sometimes they go abroad as well, don't they? Magaluf or something like that.
And one was a pirate ship. But no,
Yes,
normally
yes.
they go to Magaluf. The groom goes on his stag night to Magaluf.
Right.
And has the girl in the local pub not spending any money.
I say nothing.
Yeah.
I say nothing.
So it shows me the difference between the male and the female psyche.
Right.
It does show me that. But the thing I've been thinking about since I've been watching it is that a lot of the brides do want to get married in a church.
Right. Okay.
So they want to make their vows in the church.
Yes.
A lot of them do want to make it in a hotel.
Okay.
So it was making me think about the difference of how things have changed. Because when I got married, you got married in a church.
Yes.
There was nowhere else to go. You could go to a registry office and get married.
Yes.
But you couldn't get married in a hotel
No.
or anything like that. And it's made me think, I wonder whether the hotels take away the true essence of getting married. Now, I know my essence of getting married may not be like everybody else's.
Right.
But for me, and remember that in my day you weren't having sex before marriage.
Yes.
So the groom was really keen to get up the aisle.
In more ways than one.
In more ways than one, yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah.
you handed me that one on a plate, Anne.
I did, yeah. For me, getting married in church wasn't just getting married in church, it was making my vows before God.
Yes.
And I would say, hand on heart, that my friends, when they got married in church, were all the same.
Yes.
That they were making their vows. Now, I think what happens is the couples, and I've been to a lot of weddings in hotels, the couples have a pretty speech
Yes.
for each other, which is nice, you
Yes.
know, I love you and things like that, but they don't make a vow. I've noticed there's no vows made. So I'm wondering...
Even during the ceremony?
No, during the ceremony. And,
Right.
and God isn't allowed to be spoken, the word God, in the ceremony.
Okay.
That's not allowed anymore.
Okay.
So for me, I wonder if that's why marriages fail nowadays, because sometimes in making a vow, and I'm not saying necessarily it's in a marriage and God, we make a vow to do something, we follow that through.
Yes.
Usually. If we don't make a vow to do something, we don't always follow it through. We give ourselves an opt-out.
Yes. Okay.
So is it just saying something? Can we say something? What I'm looking at, it's all going on in my head at the moment, is it, do we say something to please? Or do we say something because we mean it? Are we pleasing somebody?
Well, it's a very, very, it's an understatement this, but it's a huge commitment to make, to please.
Yes, but is it, that's what I'm saying, is it thought through that deeply? If you're only in the moment and you haven't thought, what vow am I making?
Right.
So it takes me to that place of, I don't think we're realising how important recognising God is with people, children in particular.
Right.
I think we all should be able to pray. We should teach our children to pray. And I'm not talking about meditate now.
Are you talking about a relationship with God?
Yes.
Non-specific to any particular religion?
I'm not talking about religion at all.
You're talking about a personal, intimate,
yes.
meaningful relationship with God?
Yes.
For each individual?
For each, and it's their personal relationship. It's not anybody else's.
Yes.
I'm talking about no religion at all, but God, and God is in all religions. If we look for him, it is in all religions. But it's a personal, I'm looking for that personal relationship.
Well, it may or may not surprise you, but so am I. I am looking for the personal relationship with everybody as well.
Yes.
And I certainly uphold it from my side as best I can.
Yes.
And I'm sure everybody listening will have their own relationship, and it may be a non-relationship at the moment, maybe something that they're not
yes.
interested in, and that's absolutely fine if that's how any one person genuinely feels. I feel we've lost depth, we've lost sanctity, and we've lost reverence. There are many other words that could be put forward as well, but we'll be here all morning. It's that weight. And I don't mean necessarily weight as in something we carry.
Anchor.
Or maybe metaphorically it is something we carry. But a gravitas, meaningful. There is a presence, something tangibly present about how we feel and our faith in that. And that being something, someone, a truth, a relationship with God.
Yes.
For people, if that's the best way of framing it, that a life can be built around, built upon, built with all of those, and that society can be built around it, can be built on it, and can be built with it. A seed can be planted within it, nourished by it, and grows into it. So it's this triumphant triune of the three in one, the powerful in every direction possible. And we do not seem to have a recognition of it in our lives anymore. No. And I'm not talking to you necessarily listening this morning, nor am I talking about any one particular person or a particular group of people or a world particular view. Generally speaking, the earth seems to be, humanity upon the earth in terms of world civilization, seems to be going in very different directions But all of them seem to be the wrong direction, based upon the evidence that's in front of everybody, based upon what's happening in the world and the inability to be able to heal and trans-communicate. Where differences arise, communication, collaboration, cooperation, compassion is falling down. So the world views fail to be able to unite each other. And until we can find a commonality, a centre point, the truth within all, until everybody comes home to that, by any language, by any particular place on the earth, by any particular way of framing that reference, but that genuine recognition of the presence of the Creator within, it's not going to change. It isn't going to change, no matter how earnestly and how passionately and how much time, energy and money goes into something. Unless we come and return to that centre point, we cannot move forwards. And I feel, I'm speaking for rather a long time, so I'll pass it over to you very shortly, Anne, but a ceremony of a commitment in a relationship, a confirmation of a mutual love and a life built upon that love, the centre point is there in that ceremony. The centre point is there between the two people. And that is what the mutual life, the journey, the adventure together can be built upon, can be built with, and what can stay with them through the life. It's something that is nourishing, it's something that is powerful, and it's something that is true. And I, like you, yearn in a way that can't be described, painfully in a sense, with a deep, genuine hurt that is loving, and I mean that genuinely, for human beings to come home, yes, for human beings to come back to the truth by any name and build their lives around it, build their lives upon it, and build their lives with it, so that it can become life again. I hope that makes sense. Over to you, Anne.
I think what you've just said, in the middle of what you were just saying, is that what's important, I think people talk about God. Many people talk about God in many languages, right, and many religions. I think what gets lost is that God is creator of everything.
Right.
And I think unless people start to realise that without God, there's no creation, because he is creation. So that little part I'm saying that for a reason, is because one of the ministers, when I was at church, when I was in the Congregational Church, we yes, had it as a young teenager. We had a minister who came who'd served during the war.
Right.
He'd come back from war. And I'd be 13, 14 then. And we used to have a youth club.
Right.
So he'd come to the youth club and, we'd play table tennis, we'd do activities. But sometimes we'd sit and have discussions about things. And he came, in one of the discussions I've never forgotten, and he was talking about the war itself, and somebody said to him, was it really, really bad? What did you do when it got really bad? And he said something which I've never forgotten, and he said, well, it was really bad, Anne. He said, you've got people who you've got shrapnel in them, they're dying, they've got legs off, they've got arms off, and they're in the field, and they're in pain. He said, there's lots of pain, there's lots of screaming, it's noisy. He said, but there's two things, he said, that when a man is dying, he asks for. He said, and the first one is, please God, help me. Always. He said, it doesn't matter, religion or anything, they always say, please God, help me. And then the other thing they ask for is the mum. Just those two things.
Yes.
He said, you think he said, I'm going around as a minister, and you'd think they'd be asking me all sorts of things. They say, please ask God to help me. And please, I want my mum.
I would imagine they probably want their mum more than anybody.
Yeah, they probably do.
Yeah.
But it's the mum, they know that moment the mum can't help them,
Yeah.
but they want her.
Yeah.
Or tell my mum I'm all right, because they know she's the one that would worry about her. So I think I think the reason I've started with this is because I know it's gone off a tangent with the relationships and the weddings, but I think if we make that strong commitment in a religious place, it's like a covenant, isn't it, to somebody? So you will try more. And I think the reason I'm saying this is that I think we've all stopped trying.
Right.
I think we've got to a stage in life now, because there's so much going on.
Yes.
I hear lots of people say, well, I don't know where to start, I don't know what to do, and it's awful. And then they get on with their own lives, which we all have to do. I understand we have to get on with our own lives. But we are doing a stand, aren't we, on Sunday in a couple of weeks in Whitby?
Yes.
For peace.
It will be on the 3rd of August, Sunday the 3rd of August in Whitby, up in North Yorkshire. It will be, I think it will be 11:30 a.m. meet at the pier.
How many times have we done it now?
Over the years, in Whitby specifically.
Just the Whitby one.
I think it's the 4th stand in Whitby, although we've been to Scarborough, I think about 6 or 7 times. I think I've been 6 and you may have been 7.
And we did the stand in Scarborough at the beginning, didn't we?
With the community group that are
Yes.
putting on all the different events.
Yes.
And including the stand in Whitby. I think it's about 6 or 7 times up to Scarborough and Whitby. We have also done a stand up there in Scarborough before itself.
Yes.
That was a few years ago. But Whitby, I think, and I might be wrong, but I think it's about the 4th stand, I think.
And we're just standing for peace.
Yes, this is an opportunity, a genuine opportunity for people to come together, to stand together. So it's not a protest as such. We're not protesting for, no, that's an oxymoron, isn't it? Protesting against anything specific. It's for peace. And it's a literal physical representation of humanity coming together to stand together. And it's very, very powerful. It's easy to mock and it's easy to assume it means nothing or it's just a token. But there is something extremely powerful when human beings come together on purpose, with a purpose, and stand in silence and in strength, in unity. There's something deeply profound. It unlocks a deep truth, a deep magic within the human being. And a sense of possibility, a sense of hope, a sense of something can and will change.
And isn't it beautiful when people walk into the middle of us and just stand with us?
Yes. It's open to anybody. So
yes.
people can come and join us specifically, you all listening this morning, anybody else, and join us at the start of the stand. But we also have signs and we invite anybody who's passing by, any age, any person, any faith, anybody at all is very welcome, more than welcome, positively encouraged to stand beside us together as humanity, for humanity, for every single child on this earth. Every single child on this earth, to make sure that they are safe, they are secure, and that they know a life of freedom and they know a life of joy, and they have the opportunities that all children should have.
And in this time, these times we're in now, which are, it's frightening, it is frightening. But for me, the whole of Whitby should be stood for that 5 minutes. The whole of it.
I am keen for the whole world to now stand together.
Yes.
And let's finally do this. Sorry, Anna, I interjected there.
Yes. And for me to see, this is the thing that I do feel strongly about it, and maybe I shouldn't, it's not my business. But when I see a family walk by and children stop to look,
Yes.
who can read,
Yes.
and say something to the mum and dad, I don't understand why that mum and dad don't stop immediately as an example for children.
It's sad, isn't it? In that particular way. But
that
it's also
particular-
wonderfully heartening that the child stops and reads
It's
it.
it-
And
well,
you
that's
see
what I'm
that
saying.
they see that they have an understanding of it. And they
Yes.
understand it's not necessarily at all religious or political
Yes.
or even in any way dogmatic. It's essentially, for want of better words, good
Yes.
and necessary, now more than ever before.
And we have dogs standing with us as well, haven't we?
We do.
The
Benny,
wonderful dogs.
Benny often comes up with Super Ted.
Yes.
Good morning, Benny. Hi, Super Ted. And other dogs as well. And anybody, any creature is very welcome to stand or sit
Yeah.
with us for, even if it's just a minute. It's seemingly naive and very idealistic. And on the surface, it doesn't make any change to anyone at all. But can you imagine if 50 people stand together, and then that compels 500 people to stand together, and then that compels 5,000 people to stand together, and then that compels 50,000 people to stand together, and then that compels 500,000 people to stand together, and that compels 5 million people to stand together, and then that compels 5 billion people to stand together, and then everybody stands together. And then there is a true representation, a true reality, a true feeling, even if it's just for a moment, of true peace, of true unity, of true collective humanity stood together on our collective earth, on our planet, our home, together. From mighty visions does truth
Yes.
happen. And this vision is something that we can all share. It's a democratic vision in that anybody can share it. Anybody can be a part of it. It's open and accessible to everybody. And it doesn't require an entry point of a specific belief. It doesn't require an intellectually high entry point. It doesn't require a particular financial entry point. It's open to everybody, everywhere, all of the time. And we invite everybody to recognise that.
Even now.
Absolutely. And it is genuine and sincere and powerful. It is humanity. And we are humanity. And all of you listening this morning are humanity. Despite our differences, we are united as a family. And we live upon our planet Earth, our home, together. And it's time that we brought that knowing alive again.
Yes. And every man in that standing puts down his weapon.
Yes.
Every man, the day every man puts down his weapon.
When the
there
whole
will
world
not
stands
be-
together, you mean?
Yes.
Yes,
There
absolutely.
will never be a war again.
I hope that that day comes tomorrow,
So
today,
do I.
now. We've spoken this morning about words such as God and religion and I think faith. Very deep, very personal to you all listening this morning. And it's slightly odd for myself to speak with you, not because in any way, shape or form, Anne, that you make me feel uncomfortable, but I'm hyper aware of what is happening and often feel helpless and can sense an anger with humanity and a frustration with why isn't it happening and why aren't people changing and why can't something just be done? Why can't a moment, a happening, a presentation, something to make it stop? I can assure you no one wishes that or wills that more than myself, but that is not the way. And to address it somewhat head on, I say, let us turn towards hope. And I don't just mean in words. If you are genuinely listening to this, and anybody who subsequently listens to it in the months and years to come, or whenever it is, in all time, if you're genuinely wanting change on this earth, and you're genuinely wanting to lead, and you're genuinely wanting to be led, and you genuinely want all of us to lead each other, to support each other, then I will stand forth And I invite everybody to stand forth with me. I invite everybody to step forward, to stand up, to speak out. Together, let's unite. Let's unite together as humanity. And let us make a collective decision now that no matter how much darkness there is, no matter how much war and the machinery of war and the technology of war and the ideology of hate and the evil of poverty and abuse and cruelty, it will not extinguish our light. It will not dampen our flames. We will not stop. There is hope, there is faith, and they are on the rise. And now is our time, and goodness is ready. And that's in everyone. All of you listening this morning, is that goodness ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? As imperfect as you might feel, as we all can feel in any moment, as difficult as life is sometimes, are we all ready to stand up and to make the change by being the change, by leading by example and bringing back everything that our hearts yearn for everybody? Because we are the power. We, humanity, are the power. We, together united, are the most mighty force in all of creation. And I am here with you, and you, I hope, are with me. And I'm most definitely with you, Anne.
Okay, that's good. Yes, and we're going to be doing a podcast with a live audience, aren't we?
Yes, we are. A Vibe Sunday podcast with a live audience, recorded the day before the stand at the Crown Spa Hotel in Scarborough. So if you'd like to come along and say hello, we'd love to meet you.
Ask us questions.
Absolutely. That will be on Saturday the 2nd of August at the Crown Spa Hotel in Scarborough. I've already said that, but just in case you needed that information again, it starts at 3:00. It's actually part of a interactive workshop afternoon as well. So it's 2 hours, and part of that will be a recording of a podcast with a live audience. Hopefully you listening, you are very welcome. And if you can't make it, you'll be able to listen to that podcast on the Sunday.
And please send us questions.
Absolutely, yes, good point.
We always welcome questions. We always welcome questions, and we will answer them if you ask, because you know that's what we're here for, is to, in a way, serve humanity in a way, and answer questions the best we can, because that's what we want. Is we want peace on this earth. We want this world to return to what it should be.
Yes, absolutely. So if you would like to leave a comment, send in a question, please do. We honestly would love to hear from you, and your feedback is invaluable, and you listening means so much. And I hope you can all feel a sense of community. Although we are not physically together, there is a sense of community, and that community is valuable. We value it, and I hope you value it too. So thank you for listening, and thank you for any questions that you'd like to send in, or any suggestions, or any feedback. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Okay, we've come towards the end.
I know.
That was a very deep one, Anne, wasn't it?
It was a deep one. I would just like everybody to take note of what we have said. And, you know, don't wait till we do the stand. You could stand every evening yourself. If all of you wish to stand at 9:00 every evening, just for a minute, and send those vibes out, we will get peace. We will change this world.
Yes. Action in determination.
Yes.
Or determination in action even. Absolutely. Let's put our best foot forward and let's do this.
Yes.
All of us together. Come on, let's do it. Thank you, Anne.
Okay, thank you, James.
And thank you all for listening. Have a wonderful rest of the weekend, rest of the week, whenever it is that you are listening, and have a great week. And we look forward to being with you and speaking with you again next Sunday morning.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.